What's up, guys? This is Bryce with Try That. I'm driving around with Ryan as he's chauffeuring me around as we're going to talk about our first discussion topic, as we talked about in our introduction. What is cerebral palsy? I get asked about that a lot in my times of talking to people and going to a lot of conventions. Cerebral palsy can be defined as a neurological disorder that can affect your motor skills or all parts of your body. There are three main types of cerebral palsy I want to talk about today: athetic, atetic, and spastic cerebral palsy. I was diagnosed with spastic cerebral palsy. I have what it's called low-tone spastic cerebral palsy, which means my spastic cerebral palsy can be controlled due to medicine or stuff like that. The only time that I really seem to notice my cerebral palsy is when it's really cold or I get nervous or excited about something. High-tone spastic cerebral palsy, a lot of the individuals have a hard time controlling their spasms, or they have to go to a doctor and seek other treatments. See, the common misconception about cerebral palsy is they all think that we're all the same. When cerebral palsy, 70% of all people with cerebral palsy don't have the ability to communicate. I was fortunate enough to not be, I was the other 30%, the ability to communicate. I consider myself very, very blessed to be able to do what I do, triathlons, and be a college student and not have to worry about those things that many other cerebral palsy sufferers have to deal with. People with depression, individuals with cerebral palsy are 3 times as likely to suffer depression than people without cerebral palsy. I am one of those sufferers. I suffered depression for at least 6 or 7 years. I was at a very low point during middle school and high school when students started to transition into peer pressure and stuff like that. I didn't understand why people started distancing themselves from me, because I never looked at myself as a person with disability. I always looked at myself as a normal person, and maybe that was my wrongdoing because my parents never treated me as I was different. They always made it to where I had the same expectations as my twin brother Chance. Actually, their expectations of me was higher, if you want to be quite honest, because they knew I would have to fight tooth and nail and prove to everybody that I was worth something. Because here in this world now, if you're different, people are like, oh, he's different, we're going to lower the bar just a little bit so, he doesn't have to try as hard. And the main reason why I started this YouTube channel, the main reason why me and Ryan started this YouTube channel, was to show people just because you are different does not mean you can't do amazing things. The first step of doing that is to try. And wait.
Hey, you're doing great, man. It's being around you, Bryce. Over the last 8-9 months, I've learned a lot about CP and what it is. Because coming in to just starting to work together, I didn't know what it was, so I had to research it. And the things I've learned from you and reading about CP is definitely, it's taught me a lot, and I had a lot of misconceptions as well. So I knew if I did, so did most of society. So that's one thing we get out today with this YouTube channel again, and talk about some other things outside of triathlon and Try That, and our bigger our journey of doing Ironman races together. It's like let's learn more about things in life, and you teaching what goes on in your world, and I'll do the same over the course of this channel. So appreciate you sharing that with us, and on this drive today, as we're not training as much as we do this time of year from a physical standpoint. It's more of an off season, so we're catching up on some things we've always wanted to do, and we look forward to seeing you guys and talking to you real soon. Have a good day.